Hey Internet, got another Hearthstone game coming at you. I accidentally did monitor capture this time, that's why it looks like this, but we're gonna go with it anyway. So I am playing my deathrattle hunter deck. Got myself a warrior that I'm going up against, so I don't really need deadly shot early on. I do want to keep the 2-mana deathrattle minion. The other cards are a good way to deal with my opponent in the late game. Don't really need them early game. So this is basically as good of a hand as I can hope for. I got that 1-drop. I got the 2-drop if I need it. Hopefully he's not playing pirates, otherwise I'm going to have some trouble here, but it's a pretty simple first turn for me, so let's see what he can come up with. If he does have pirates, I have a good number of ways to do it, and it seems like he's got a weapon instead, which allows me to just develop on turn 2. That seems like the best play I can make. There's no real reason to coin anything out. Although Shaky Zip Gunner is an option to coin out, but at the same time, I have 2 turn 3 plays, so I don't really see why I would. Let's see what you got for me, baby. Beat Star. What kind of deck do you actually have right now? And this is before the War Axe nerf. That's why he was able to play that. So he's just building his deck, which is fine by me, because what I like to do in this deck is to get all my Death Rattle minions out on the board early on, and then once I have them, I use the Stitched Tracker to pull the card out of my deck that triggers Death Rattles while I get a 3/3 on the board as well. It's very good with the minion that summons a 5/5 when it dies, like the Twilight Summoner or the 3-mana egg. I forget what it's called. Who cares about the name? Name's not important. And what I love about this deck is that you think you're playing around Death Rattle by not triggering it, but again, I have ways to trigger the Death Rattle twice, so by not triggering it, you actually let me combo with my deck. The thought going through their head is, oh, I should leave the 3/3 up, I don't want to deal with the 5/5. And it looks like, what is this, some sort of weird taunt deck without the taunt quest? Did he mulligan the taunt quest? He's just keeping it in hand, just not playing it. And what I'm going to try for is the Death Rattle trigger here, and then I can coin it out if I get it. Did not get it. And with that being the case, I might even go Lich King since this seems like it's going to be a more control game. If I can have 2 Lich Kings this game, I'll take it. And of course, you want to play your Joel Macaw first to see if you happen to get a good minion that you can go with all this. I did not, and I'm also not going to play into Brawl here, which is why I'm going to keep the Fiery Bat in hand. I have no reason to overcommit. He has no pressure on the board. I do, so either he has a Brawl or he doesn't. That's where we're at right now. There's no reason to play any more than I have to. Very likely I'm going to end up coining out the Lich King here because he's playing super slow, and if I can push the tempo on him, I think he'll probably lose. I assume he has an Execute, but again, I'm just not going to play into him. I have no reason to. Although Stitch Tracker is fine to play into a Brawl because it gets me another card anyway, and I want to get rid of that Brawl at some point. 2 Lich Kings doesn't really make sense. A Savannah Nightmare or Highmane is a much better option here, just because with 2 Lich Kings that cost a lot of mana, and being a hunter deck, I do want to be able to use my hero power at some point in time. So far he's not even playing any cards. Come on, dude, make this a little bit interesting for me. Whatever control deck you're playing, we're playing up against the fabled control warrior. He's got that whirlwind. Here comes the Brawl. Come on. Oh, wow. A second whirlwind. No wonder he's not playing anything. He has trash cards in hand. And a Sleep with the Fishes. What an incredibly inefficient way to deal with my board that doesn't even deal with my board. You still left the 5/5 up. So I have a lot of options now, but very likely the Scavenging Highmane is the best option, or coining out the Lich King is fine, but then again, he hasn't played any executes, so if I can get him to execute this 5/5, I can play the Lich King next turn, and he probably does not have a way to deal with it, which is great for me. So let's see if he's got that execute. And of course, if he doesn't kill this, I happen to have a Houndmaster, so that's 14 damage on the board. Ooh, that's not good for him. You better have more than that. You gonna let me have 14 damage? Don't let me have 14 damage. That's a mistake. Holy crap, that's a mistake on your part. Here we go. Here we go. And you're dead. Just got the BM a little bit. Yeah, he knows what's going on. He knows the deal. Just concede. You know it's over, baby. Let's get ourselves into another game here. Maybe this one can be a little bit more interesting, you feel me? And normally you shouldn't be able to see that I'm checking my recording software, but again, I'm accidentally recording in windowed mode instead of game capture mode. Happens, and I'm too lazy to edit. Let's just do this one take. There's the terror scale stalker I was talking about last game where you trigger friendly minions death rattle. You do have to be careful about these because if you happen to get them without any death rattle cards in your hand that you can keep on the board, it's not very good. But again, the thing about Devil Star Egg and Twilight Summoner is that your opponents usually don't kill them, which means you probably get to play your terror scale stalker the turn afterwards. And of course I do have bone mares in this deck so that I can also trigger the cards or at least make my opponents attack them so that they get triggered. But this is not a very good hand for me. I might just play the Razor Maul. He did not play anything turn 1, so I don't have to. Chances are he doesn't have a rushy deck. But I also have no reason to take this slow. I don't have a slow deck. I have a very mid-range deck where I win by turn 8 or 9. So he's got a slam. It's not good for you. That is not good for you. That was one of my weaker cards, so I'm going to play the Devil Star here because I can get a 3-3 and a 5-5 out on turn 4. That's a much better play than anything else I could have done. You might think, oh, it's just a harmless little 0-3. What's this going to do to me? And the thing about it, what I love most about this egg, is that your opponent does not kill it before using a brawl, which means they use a brawl, and it's still up. It's still up. Isn't that amazing? Death Rattle is the bane of Brawl. Here we go. Perfect play. Watch this skill. You ready for this? You watching? And of course I am considering playing the Twilight Summoner, or whatever it's called, because it's a Curve Stone. But at the same time, getting 8-8 on the board on turn 4 is pretty good. I still have the 0-3, which gets me another 5-5 if I want it. And since he only has 4 mana, he probably can't deal with this. Again, he could coin out a brawl, but it's not really going to do much. He's got to start getting some taunts up. They got to be powerful taunts too. I found the 2 fabled control warriors back to back. Mr. Boats, what you got for me? You got to play something, otherwise you're just going to lose outright. You cannot win like this. Okay, I just got death rattles upon death rattles. You're trying to bait me into playing more cards, but you do that, and I just win. Because I don't have to play anything beyond this point. If he just waits to get more value out of his board clears, then I just win outright. So keep it coming. I got the explosive shot for whatever he may play. Although, he doesn't seem to be playing anything. You gotta play something at some point. Come on, baby. Make this a little bit interesting. Do you really have no options with that many cards in hand? He's got 9 cards in hand. And he has 0 options? What kind of crappy deck are you playing, man? Alright, one of them's a coin, but still, you get the point. Ooh, an Acolyte of Pain. I probably do want to kill it because he undoubtedly has things like Whirlwinds. And with that being the case, I'm going to play my Summoner. If you want a Whirlwind, go ahead. I got no problem with that. And given the Stitch trackers in my hand, it basically makes it so that I can get whatever card I need out of my deck. I love these cards so much. It's only a 2/2 body, so obviously if it's your only card, if it's your only option, it's not very good. This guy he just gave me a 5/5. Why would he do that? What's he gonna do now? Execute? No, you don't want to do that. You're worse off than before. He didn't even attack with it. He left the 3/2 up. What is he doing? So I have 11 damage on board. 13 with hero power, 18 with the kill command. I am 1 off lethal. It's a bit of a shame. And Bone Mare is probably a better option here. You would think Lich King, but honestly, Bone Mare gets me the win quicker. But at the same time, he is now, what is that, 6 health off the lethal. I still have the kill command in hand. And just in case things go wrong, I went ahead and took the Lich King, just in case I need to play a control game. But chances are, there's nothing he can do here. Look at this. You watching this right now? What is this? This is nothing. This doesn't matter. It does not matter. Oh, that's why I took Lich King instead of Bone Mare, because I didn't really expect any of my minions to survive. Also, he left this up. Okay, whatever, dude. GG! Thanks for watching. Subscribe, because I got more videos coming your way, baby. Yeah, concede. There you go. Should have conceded a long time ago. Bye-bye.